Ooh, my version number is now up to 17 officially. Alright, so we're still trading dodge and getting the evasion off the charts. And I think I was going to do the rest of Orc now. I have already plunged into Orc a little bit to get gold for this ring shop. Still one ring here that I would like to buy. Probably also the cold if I don't find any cold rings. But for the most part, we're all set to just keep going on. We still haven't found I'm just going to call it ice armor rather than try and pronounce Octopode's ice armor or stone skin statue form. So don't have too much armor just yet. Slouch will take care of Nessos pretty easily, especially if he hastes. He didn't haste that time, so I ended up having to use it twice, but he's usually never much of a problem. Sonja has another faster than you unique. Not too much hit points, so I've got another good slouch target, but let's see if I can sneak up to him. Sneak up to her. Oh. Until I got into actual melee, yeah. Draining weapon is less dangerous than if she spawns with a distortion weapon. If she has distortion, you probably don't want to just be wandering up to her like I did, but she had draining, so it wasn't much of a problem. Disable, picking up some of these wands I don't want, which is just about all of them. I'll drop brilliance too. I mean, not brilliance, cancellation, and I guess brilliance too. Not that those are not good items, they are good items, but I just don't use them that much. Probably slow down a little bit with a high priest in the background here. I'll just go ahead and give it a slouch and weaken up the pack in general. It's nice that it takes care of, you know, base priests and base wizards immediately, although it doesn't, you know, take out the high priests in one shot. Saint Roca. Alright, so Saint Roca is probably a little bit stronger than I want to be fighting at this point. There are several options, like I can use Cure Air, I can use Teleportation to get away. I'm going to start with just picking off some of the pack. Okay, he's already smiting me. Probably could have used the blowgun before Going into ice form, because now I'm in ice form, I can't use any ranged weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport. Rest for 1 turn, so now my teleport is probably within 3 turns, and then try taking a step to see if I can get an instant trigger. Didn't quite work, but next step triggers it. If I can get Saint Roca alone, I'm pretty confident I could actually take him down, which probably sounds like overconfidence, but I'm going to stand by it. Alright, so I want teleportation, that's nice, now I have plenty of teleports. Now let's try some Cure Air. Got shiny plate armor. I don't think he's poison resistant. It's possible that he is wearing poison resistance. I'm not getting any results out of these Cure Air needles. Let's bring him in close and see how we do in melee. Not good enough. Taking that step towards the Orc Warrior is a significant risk, but my evasion's very high, so it's sort of safe, but still, if I got unlucky, it could have been very dangerous. On the same note, I really don't want to do the same thing again with the next Orc Warrior, so I think I'm going to end my transmutation. I'm just going to slouch immediately because there's too many additional people coming in. There's Saint Roca. Let's go ahead and dig ourselves a little hole. I still don't really want him to come here, even though I now have an ideal kill hole. Alright, as much as I would like to have all of these shops available to me, I'm gonna just give it up and go to... Oh, let's do Swamp first. I could do Spider, but I don't have a good range attack just yet. We'll do Swamp. I don't have super high armor for mass hydras, but it's good enough. And when you're dealing with dangerous uniques like Saint Roka, you'd be surprised how much 2 or 3 levels will make a difference. It'll be a lot better in the future. With more health, more supplies, maybe better rings. Eight-headed Hydra. Let's start backing up a little bit, although they will, of course, catch up to me. Probably have gone for some slouches, but let's see. Yeah, gonna need to do more slouching. It would be nice if I had the spell regeneration, but at least I have the amulets regeneration, so that's a big help. Really need to start regaining piety. Ooh, another ring of protection from magic, that's good. Let's drop my partially wasted wand. I guess it's time to start re-IDing some of these scrolls. Who knows, maybe one will be acquirement. And torment. Brand weapon, don't need that. Toxic radiance. Well, if I want a ranged attack, can always pick up Toxic Radiance or Venom Bolt for a ranged attack. Do still have +2 to poison aptitudes. And can't read the rest of those now. MP -9 kind of hurts, otherwise that would be a pretty reasonable switch weapon. Being locked at +3 hurts it a little bit, but it's still pretty decent. But I'll keep the mana. It can be important with Chi to have, you know, your slouches and your step from time mana in case of emergency. Probably probably slow down on the charging forward without full life. But you know, that's just how I roll. And tag on the shadow trap, let's not eat it. Thorn Hunter. Those are also known as very dangerous. Another buck, come on, be something good. I don't think I would bother with Venom Bolt right now. Could summon Ice Beast, that would go well with being an Ice Beast. Oh, we've reached 40 EV when not in ice form, so there you go. Not quite yet while transmutated. Alright, I should probably break these up. Temporal Distortion will break them up automatically for you when you really don't want to take a hit from a Titanic Slime, which is always. They hit for something like 60 or 80 damage. It just keeps going up the more of them there are. Ghost Crab. Formerly from the crypt, they got moved into here because they're crabs, so why not? Nicola. I don't think I have any electricity resistance ever in any form. I do, of course, have a potion of resistance. Maybe I should have quaffed that preemptively. I was planning on just sneaking around the corner and waiting for him to come directly into melee range. Thank you for blinking still into my melee range. That was very handy of you. Oh, a glowing buckler, that might be very helpful if I had any inventory space. Drop a large shield. Buckler's probably going to be better. Rupert, with the great sword of electrocution. That will be deadly. Fortunately, I now have enough magic resistance to not worry about the paralyze or the confuse. Let's try and soften them up. Let's see, Curare. He's just gonna sit here and zap me with wands all day. Actually, when he's berserked, he's still slowed, right? I think so. No, it shakes off the... Okay, yeah, he gets unslowed. So that's very dangerous. Luis, I believe, vanishes. Yeah, vanish. I would like if I had stun arrow at this point, but there we go. Ruined large shield. Let's try some of these shields on. +2 buckler, +2 large shield. Don't need yet another wand of lightning. We'll just go on to Swamp 4 once we go past this crocodile. Two potions of cure mutation, very nice. Won't need those for a long time though, so we'll just drop them for now. We can always come back if we need them. I am being a little bit lazy and just tabbing through things, which may end up meaning that I take the first step, the final step towards a Hydra, which could be, risky, but at this point I seem to be strong enough to be a little bit lazy. Slice pizza's a mimic. Poor old 12 would really like that. Another potion of cure mutation. Let's just leave them where they lie. Shadows. This slime creature is doing a lot of damage. Thorns. Alright, let's bring them in closer. And we're on top of the stairs because why not? And then you guys probably gonna have to eat some permanent food, but why? That's, you know, plenty of that. Alright, so this is probably the vault, the rune vault. And we want to take it nice and slow. Come on. Come on out. I don't know if this vault always has the Leonin Hydra in it, but it usually does. So we want to assume that it will and be careful. I think I'll go back into unarmed for a little while. Probably train like a level of blink just to get blink down to 1% rather than 6%, but it's practically castable with no skill. Elijah Tang of speed. Alright, you'll get another slash to finish you off. Try to do it in straight up combat, but if you're gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat. Lignification. 3 is probably plenty for now. I'll work a little bit on it. Invocations in case I need that emergency step from time, which if there's a 27-headed Hydra nearby, that's quite likely to be the case. I already have flight, yeah. Don't need that. Alright, so it is the Leonin Hydra. I can try slouching until they all die. I think it takes about 4 or 5 to kill the Leonin Hydra. I don't think me being in water would make that any... It might make me slower if I'm in water. I don't know if it takes that into account. Let's just go ahead and do it. Yes, that's 2 and he's down to like 75%. It might be like 6. I would need a potion of magic to have that much mana. Well, we can save some mana by using a vial of floods. And then let's do some preemptive healing. I'm gonna take potion of might. Yeah, okay. I don't have enough armor for this. Does he have any resistances? Just poison. And he swims fast, right? Yeah. Alright, just need to get out of here. What I want to do some decent damage. I guess I could go back to Orc. Finish that off. I could run some Spider. I don't like not being ridiculously overpowered at this point. We'll go finish Orc, I guess. So he got 2 shots off on me. I can pull him a little bit in closer by doing a little bit of blocking this line of sight with the wall. But I still need to get him up close to me. So we'll do a distortion. That worked great. And with might and agility, this should be pretty safe. Okay, so Orc 4 is safe again. Or at least as safe as Orc 4 normally is. There's still plenty of High Priests. Missiles is down. That's a lot of orcs. Let's go for some more slouches. Although that's going to interfere with my goal of getting back up to 6 stars. And the last poor orc warrior. Get to finally pick up the rest of my Curare needles. What an artifact hat. Which is unfortunately not good. If there's one thing you do not need on an Octopode, it's things with negative armor. And those are kind of disappointing. Double books of minor magic. Why are there exclusions set on all of those? Let's go back over there. Is it a trap? No, it's okay, Cloud of Flames. But there's nothing under them I need. Ooh, we have the high-end translocations book, the Akashic record. Akashic record? Yeah, it's probably Akashic. I don't know why I keep saying Akashic. Putting an R in there isn't one. Also, Summonings has Abjuration, which is always handy. I could pick up Freezing Cloud, that's always a good spell to have. Could do Fireball if I wanted something a little lower level. So let's do B and H for now on the shopping list. So there's deflect missiles if I want it. There's regeneration. There's a little bit more rounded out ice magic. Don't need anything there. And plenty of identify. Let's get some identify. Hey, there's that potion of magic I wanted for the Leonin Hydra. I believe invisibility works on him too. I could try that. We'll drop things that she doesn't want me to have. And I think I'm going to go ahead and buy the Book of Battle immediately. Because I'm just that much in love with regeneration. And then we'll drop it. I don't need the rest of those. And we can already cast it with 3 stars. I'll keep invocations on just because we want to get that up. And we'll do Spider Nest. As much as I usually prefer just going straight through the layer of rune branches, when there's a Leonin Hydra and you are an Octopode, I'll make an exception. Generation down to 6% fail. Now I don't have any source of clarity, but usually you can just get away with that. don't have very much in the way of ranged weapons either. I probably should have picked up some poison needles. Oh well. Yeah, it's just gonna be annoying without some poison needles. Don't want to just waste a vial. Would prefer not to waste piety. Let's see if I can get him near me. No. That's one. But yeah, that takes like 4 or 5 tries just to get him near me. It's gonna be too much piety as well. I should just go step out and find some needles. Not very good planning for my turn count, but aside from turn counts, there's really no reason not to just run around and find a whole bunch of stuff. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted the one on B. So that should hopefully be enough. Put regeneration on B. Oh, come on, failing with 4%. That's just mean. Let's not waste a cure air. Ouch. So we're gonna use temporal distortion to avoid the rest of that. Yeah, I don't mind taking one, but if I'm already low on health, I'm not gonna take another orb. Especially when I don't have a shield. Physical shield will block orbs of destruction some of the time. Should really turn off some more wands at this point. Don't need wands of slowing or lightning or flame. Nice, there's protection from cold. So we can now take off our sustainabilities. Meaning I now officially have 8 useful rings. I'm guessing I should go ahead and just enchant my Hat of Intelligence so I can have everything. There's no real need to be putting it off. The only other thing I can enchant is shields on an Octopode. I mostly ignored it for now because when I'm in ice form it's not going to make a difference. Oh, ouch. Took the final step toward him because he was sleeping and I got hit 3 times for it. Strange, I thought they were average speed. Maybe they just energy randomization gave him a 3rd attack. kind of down to the wire here. Alright, let's go ahead and use a potion. And then of course I kill him on the next hit, but better safe than sorry. Don't have the gold to buy abjuration, which would be handy. Might as well just run away from this guy, since he's not real. That should, in theory, get rid of him. Regeneration at 2. So I'm going to use control plus direction to attack without moving while confused. You won't always hit the space that you try to attack, but you hit it often enough that it still works most of the time. I think Arachne is fast, right? Yeah, she is. Which means if I want to slouch her, that should be pretty effective. Let's go for it, especially since there's an orb spider behind her. Quaff for curing while she's out there. Let's give her one more slouch. And there she goes. Not even fully healed. Let's see, did he see me? I don't think he saw me. Let's go find out which book it is. Not terribly useful. Fear is not a bad spell, but I'm not going to bother with it. Alright, I have a little bit more life now. Enemy dead. Could also go with Embrace for some armor if I don't end up ever finding anything else. Where did that Minotaur go? Boulder Beetle got some pretty good hits. Azul's not much of a threat. Mostly does things that are resisted by magic resistance or poison resistance, and I have a lot of both. I guess I could memorize Embrace. I hope you can use that while you're in it. I just want to find out. Well, let's just read them. Holy Word and Acquirement, maybe? Nope, Immolation. And now I get 2 more scrolls to identify. Okay. Yeah, let's just put this all into invocations. Kind of want to finish that off. I should just train stealth and stab all these orb spiders. With 33 dexterity and no body armor, I would be very good at stealth. Especially with the Octopode bonuses. Sack of spiders in spider. Seems appropriate. Let's make that blue gun. Oops, not A, but B. My plane scrolls for charging if I find a good wand. By that I mostly mean a wand to heal wounds. Fire, don't need that. Another red art ring. I guess I can drop sustainabilities. And holy word I don't need. I thought I already told it to stop picking up holy word, maybe not. Told to stop picking up silence, not sure where that came from. Holy word. And we don't need float. Minus cast and plus int. Not something I want. Minus cast is strong enough to kill just about anything, really. Well, got it mostly dead. I'll take the hit. Save my piety. So I usually don't like taking 2 hits like that, but at least that time it wasn't too bad. Let's throw on some spells before I lose all my mana. There we go, only 1 hit, as we like to do. More javelins, but that's going to take up enough space because I'm not going to stack with my other javelins. And I haven't even really started training throwing at all yet. Maybe I should train a little bit throwing. I am using it. Come on, where did that trapdoor spider go? Emperor Scorpion. Let's see if I can take this one without having to use a potion. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna dodge this one by getting out of sight. This one we're gonna take to the face. Let's shout him back up. Hopefully not be as aggressive in Spider as it was on my Naga, who ran in and got a whole fistful of spiders. Faceful of spiders. I guess you could have either a fistful or a faceful of spiders. neither of which sounds pleasant. That's like 4 Emperor Scorpions now. Gone through quite a lot of them. Looks like that's all of them. But we have Francis, who summons lots of demons. And also hasted Iron Shot. Okay. But still dies to 3 hits, 4 hits. So there's my actual first run, since I never finished Swamp. But now let's go ahead and do Swamp. I mean, I could just put it off. I could just go and do Vault. I really would like to have statue form to take on the Leon and Hydra. Let's identify that. I will book Annihilations. Not something I would be too likely to pick up. Any spells from that. +2 buckler and a +2 buckler. Oh, I'm done with invocation, so I can turn that off. Let's put on a little bit of shields. I only need 5. I'm going to use a buckler. Now you get to watch me type to people. Kind of funny that I'm going to learn to use a shield right after I leave the area where it's one of the more helpful things you can have. At this point, I basically feel kind of like a Felid with the 40 evasion and little armor, although, 15 is still a lot better than 3. Should probably be casting Regeneration a little bit more. Especially as I just run around tabbing things, it's always nice to stay at full life. the Grand Grimoire, which has Aura of Abjuration, which I like to learn anytime I'm doing extended. Sometimes even if I don't, but especially if you're doing extended, being able to get rid of all the summoned creatures is really nice. So a couple more heal wounds. It's kind of expensive though, and I've got a lot of other things on my shopping list still. But we can at least put these on the shopping list as well. Yes, there's the Akashic record. I don't think I can add it to my shopping list from here, at least I'm not sure how to do that. There we go. Okay. So now the Akashic record is back on my shopping list. Lost repel missiles. Shopping lists are rather handy. Why remember anything yourself when you don't have to? Maybe I should put some more spell power into Ice 4. For now, I'm going to go back into Charms and Necromancy. Should probably focus a little bit more heavily on the Necromancy part of it. We'll do some spellcasting with it as well. Okay, so there's the vaults. And a Phantom Mirror. Phantom Mirror copies any monster you're fighting, which is just absurdly strong. One use only, of course. Yes, that's summoning Hydra. Centaurs can't hit me at all between the 40 evasion and repel missiles. Another Randart ring. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the javelins. got fire, which is gonna make me have to balance the resist cold, which I can't do unless I'm in ice format at the time. So I will probably carry that with me for later on and not use it right now. But yeah, the plus int on it does make it a little bit better than plain magic resistance ring. If I offset the resistances, which for now it's a hassle to do, so I'm not gonna bother just for +3 ints that I don't really need. Wait, ugly things try and hit me with cold attacks, and I happen to be made out of ice. I wish I could turn off just picking up crystal balls and still pick up the other evokers, but oh well. There we go, now I can get some bone armor. Spriggan monk. Don't see those every day. No corpses to harness. Let's see if I can actually remember to cast that often enough to build up armor. My bet's no. Especially if I'm fighting skeletons. Has a decent hunger cost on it still, but not too much. And that'll go down fast as I get spellcasting. There's some decent armor. All the Yaktars add up. Potion of experience. Wow, that does not add very much in the way of skills. Let's throw in a little fighting. I can get 2 skills up. Yeah. Time stop. Okay.
I wanted to watch TV.
Go ahead. Can you do it in the bedroom now?
No, I'm getting really tired. I'm already really tired.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm only gonna watch for like 15 minutes, but
Puppy was able to stop right away.
I should have probably been in ice form. I didn't want to go into ice form while I was constricting him because I wanted to keep the constriction on him, but that might not have been the best idea. Miscast ice form? Seriously? 2%. I mean, I know I'm drained, but ice form is not something that's hard for me to cast at this point, even if I am drained. To be fair, there isn't that much that I have memorized that's hard for me to cast, but I haven't memorized Singularity yet. So a lot of ugly things. Let's go ahead and do a step from time. Haven't done one at all this game yet. Not that much action got away from me. Let's take him to the choke point. Should probably toss on a regeneration. That's what I should be doing. Those corpses worth a lot of armor, but it'll probably be gone by the time I get near these guys. Oh, mostly gone at least. I don't know, the bone armor just seems a little bit too high of upkeep to me. Seriously, just stop spawning crystal balls. That's like the 4th one by now. 5th one. Well, I suppose the one in the shop was less likely to annoy me. Go ahead and hide that so that you can see the monster list. Oh, it doesn't even have an enchanted shield for me. deep trolls, especially when they're mited, are always a sizable threat, so approach them with caution. Wouldn't be so much of a problem if I had more than 15 armor, but I do not. Not counting temporary bonuses. I mean, I've got pretty decent spell power on it. That's 7 pips of spell power. Alright, well, I think we're going to call it quits here. I've been going for quite a while on this section, so we will stop here. I've got some pretty nice rings. Really, the thing I'm most missing now is some form of high-end AC, either ice armor or statue form. Once I find that, I'll be a lot happier. I can probably go back into physical skills at this point. I'll just turn them all on. And then we'll finish up Vault, go back and kill the Hydra, or at least ninja the Swamp Rune, and keep going on into the end game. So, see you in the next section.